Columbus, Ohio. The latest on arrests in the 2016 killing of 8 family members in Ohio. All times local. 6 p.m. A woman who has helped lead a social media group focused on the 2016 shootings of 8 family members in rural Ohio says she's both shocked and relieved at news of arrests. Verlina Veer-Lee Yarale, of Circleville, Ohio, is co-administrator of a Facebook page about the Pike County massacres with some 650 members. She says in an interview, "This has been so long coming. Thank God." Meanwhile, U.S. Rep. Brad Wenstrup says he's hopeful the arrests will help bring much-needed closure to the community that's part of the 2nd House District in southern Ohio. Wenstrup says via email he's optimistic that justice can be served. The Wagner family of 4 was arrested and charged Tuesday in the killing of 8 members of the Roden family. Their lawyer says they will be vindicated. 4:30 p.m. Authorities in Ohio say 4 family members arrested in the 2016 shootings of 8 people carefully planned the killing for months. Ohio Attorney General Mike DeWine announced Tuesday that a grand jury indicted the 4 on aggravated murder charges and that each of them could be sentenced to death if convicted. DeWine says he can't release many details about the motive, but he did say the custody of young child played a role. Authorities took into custody 4 members of the Wagner family who had lived in southern Ohio, but moved to Alaska after the killings. A lawyer representing the family says they will be vindicated. DeWine says the Wagner family knew the victims well and spent months studying their routines and the layouts of their homes. 3:45 p.m. A lawyer representing a family arrested for the killings of 8 people in Ohio says the family will be vindicated. Attorney John Clark represents the Wagner family who were arrested Tuesday for the 2016 killing of 8 members of the Roden family in southern Ohio. Clark says family members look forward to their day in court so they can clear their names. Clark says in a statement the family is waiting for the day when the true culprits will be discovered and brought to justice for this terrible tragedy. Clark has previously said Wagner family members provided laptops, phones and DNA samples to investigators, and agreed to be interviewed about the slayings. The Wagners lived in Peebles in southern Ohio at the time of the killings but later moved to Alaska. 2:35 p.m. Authorities say that one of the suspects in the shooting deaths of 8 family members in rural Ohio has been arrested in Kentucky. Lexington police and the FBI arrested 47-year-old George "Billy" Wagner on Tuesday in Lexington in a horse trailer that was pulled over. The Ohio Attorney General's office announced the arrest Tuesday of Wagner and 3 members of his family, who lived near the scenes of the killing. Also arrested were Wagner's wife, 48-year-old Angela Wagner, and their sons, 27-year-old George Wagner and 26-year-old Edward Wagner. A message was left with a lawyer who has been representing the Wagners in the investigation, and who has said previously the family cooperated with investigators. 1 p.m. Authorities say a family of 4 has been arrested in the slayings of 8 members of another family in rural Ohio 2 years ago. The Ohio Attorney General's office announced the arrest Tuesday of 4 members of a family who lived near the scenes of the killing. Those arrested are 47-year-old George "Billy" Wagner III, his wife, 48-year-old Angela Wagner and their sons, 27-year-old George Wagner and 26-year-old Edward Wagner. The Wagners had since moved to Alaska. A message was left with a lawyer who has been representing the Wagners in the investigation. An attorney has said previously the family cooperated with investigators. The arrests are the culmination of a massive investigative effort since 7 adults and 16-year-old boy were found dead in 2016 at 4 homes near Piketon.